Record. Okay, good morning, students. Today's topic is elimination reactions. So, what are elimination reactions? Elimination reactions involve the loss of elimination reactions involve the loss of fragments or groups. The loss of fragments or groups from a molecule or a substrate. From a molecule or a substrate, the same molecule or a substrate, to generate multiple bonds. We can see here this example. What are elimination reactions? Elimination reactions are, or the elimination reactions involve the loss of fragments or group of atoms. Loss of fragments or group of atoms to generate multiple bonds in the molecule. We can see in this example, this is a molecule, okay, and in this molecule undergoes loss of these two substrate or these two fragments, hydrogen and halogen, this halogen and this hydrogen, okay, in presence of a base to generate this multiple bond. See, double bond is generated, formation of a double bond. Understood? This is called elimination reaction. Loss of fragments or group of fragments from a molecule or a substrate to generate multiple bonds. Okay. We have different types of elimination reactions. Okay. E1 elimination reactions and E2 elimination reactions. E1 elimination reactions, unimolecular. E1 elimination reaction means unimolecular elimination reactions, and E2 elimination reactions are known as bimolecular elimination reactions. Bimolecular elimination reactions. We'll discuss about E1 mechanism and E2 mechanism. Okay. E1 mechanism and E2 mechanism. You can see here. Okay, just I'll clear this. Okay. E2 and SN2 reactions have some features in common. We are not concerned with these features. Okay. Okay, we can see here in this molecule also. See, this is a halogen on alpha carbon, and this is a hydrogen on the beta carbon. So this molecule loses this halogen as well as hydrogen, halogen and as well as hydrogen. So this we can call it as dehydrohalogenation. Dehydrohalogenation. It loses this hydrogen and this halogen are lost. So the base removes the proton from the beta carbon atom. This beta carbon hydrogen is removed from the beta carbon, okay, carbon atom, while the halogen atom leaves from the alpha carbon. This is our alpha carbon, okay. So the halogen is lost from the alpha carbon, resulting in the formation of a pi bond. A pi bond is formed, or multiple bond, double bond. Such eliminations are also called beta elimination reactions. Beta elimination reactions because hydrogen is lost from the beta carbon. Hydrogen is lost from the beta carbon, and halogen is lost from the alpha carbon. Okay. Now we'll discuss about Cisaf rule or Cisaf rule. Okay. Okay. When alkyl halides have two or more different beta carbons, when alkyl halides have two or more different beta carbons, we can see in this example, we have two different beta carbons, or three different beta carbons, beta 1, beta 2, beta 3. Okay, this beta 2 and beta 2, these two are same. So we have uh, three beta carbons. Okay, two or more beta carbons, more than one alkene product is formed. More than one alkene product is formed. More than one alkene product is formed. Okay, or in other words, we can say, I'll write here. Okay, I'll write here. In dehydrohallucination reactions, in dehydrohallucination reactions, in dehydrohallucination reactions, the preferred product is the preferred product is that alkene which has the greater number of, which has the greater number of alkyl groups, alkyl groups attached to the doubly bonded carbon atoms, doubly bonded carbon atoms. Okay, in other words, we can say, in dehydrohallucination reactions, the preferred product is that alkene which has the greater number of alkyl groups attached to the doubly bonded carbon atoms. This is our JSAV or CISAF rule. CISAF rule. Okay, CISAF rule. So according to CISAF rule, in dehydrohallucination reactions, the preferred product is that alkene. These are our products, and these are alkene. Both are alkenes. Okay, so in dehydrohallucination reactions, the preferred product is that alkene which has the greater number of alkyl groups attached to the doubly bonded carbon atoms. Attached to the doubly bonded carbon atoms. We can see here. This is this is the halogen atom. This is the halogen atom, and this is beta carbon, beta 1, beta 2, beta 3. Okay, so three different beta atoms, carbons are there. In presence of a base, okay, this molecule undergoes elimination reactions. We have two alkene products. One is the major product and the other is the minor product. So the major product will be that product which is more substituted, How we can see here, this is carbon, this is one carbon, this is second carbon. Okay, it is more substituted, 1, 2 and 3. So it is tri-substituted alkene. It is tri-substituted alkene. If we see this molecule, this is minor product. Okay, one carbon, second carbon, doubly bonded carbon atoms. And this is the one substitution. This is the another substitution. So it is di-substituted alkene. So two products are formed. One is tri-substituted alkene. The other one is di-substituted alkene. So according to CISAF rule, tri-substituted alkene or the more substituted alkene will be the major product. Why this is major product? Tri-substituted alkene is the major product because of hyperconjugation. It will have more hyperconjugation compared to the di-substituted alkene. Okay, it will have more. This is more stable compared to the other one. Okay, see, the JSAV product or the more substituted alkane product is more stable. This is more stable than the less substituted product compared to this one. The stability of the more substituted alkene, the stability of the more substituted alkene is a result of number of different contributing factors, including hyperconjugation. So hyperconjugation is one factor according to which this product will be more stable. This product will be more stable. We'll discuss few more CESAF or this CESAF reactions to understand more. Okay. We'll take few more examples. See, this is 2,2-bromomethyl pentane. This is 2,2-bromomethyl pentane. 2,2-bromomethyl pentane. Bromomethyl pentane. 2,2-bromomethyl pentane. Okay. So this undergoes elimination reaction. Elimination reaction. Okay. Now, two products will be formed. We'll see these two products. This is 1 plus this is the another one. Okay. So this will be the major product and this will be the minor product. I'll show you how this is minor, because this one is more substituted. This alkene is more substituted compared to this one. We'll see how this, we can see here 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3 tri-substituted alkene, and in this case we have this, we have only two substitutions, 1 and 2. This is di-substituted, this is tri-substituted. So this alkene will be the major product compared to this alkene. Okay, we'll take one more example to understand this. We'll take one more example. You can write these examples or later on you can follow this. I'll send the link. You can write these examples. Okay. Did you understand? Hello, Robin? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll take one more example. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. We'll take 2-bromobutane. Okay. We'll take 2-bromobutane. Okay. I'll use another color. 2-bromobutane. This is our 2-bromobutane. Okay. It undergoes elimination reaction in presence of alcoholic KOH and heat. Okay. So it will form two products. We'll write these products here. This is CH double bond CH3 plus one more product. I'm not able, there is no space. Okay, we'll write CH 3 CH2 CH double bond CH2. Okay. So in this is 2 bromobutane. So this 2 bromobutane undergoes elimination reaction in presence of alcoholic KOH. So it forms two products. One is the 2-butene. This is but-2-ene. This product is right here. This is but-2-ene. This is but-2-ene. Okay, and this is but-1-ene. This is 2-butene and this is 1-butene. Okay, but-1-ene and this is but-2-ene. We can see here this is more substituted. This carbon-carbon double bond, one substitution here, and one methyl group is substituted to this carbon. One methyl group is substituted to this carbon. If we write this is 1 and this is 2, one methyl group is substituted to carbon 1 and the second methyl group is substituted to carbon 2. But if we consider this 1 and 2, so there is only one substitution, ethyl group. This ethyl group is substituted to one carbon. Okay, so only one substitution is there to this carbon-carbon double bond. So this is less substituted. So because this is less substituted, but-1-ene is less substituted, so this will be the minor product. And because but-2-ene is more substituted, this will be our major product, elimination product, major elimination product. Okay, so according to SISAF rule, did you understand, Robin, Niharika?
Yes, sir.
Understood? The more substituted
Yes,
alkene
sir.
will be the more substituted alkene will be the major product. The more substituted alkene will be the major product. Understood? Okay. So we'll move to other segment now. Okay, we'll discuss about E2 reactions or E2 mechanism. Okay. You can see this is the most common mechanism for dehydrohalogenation is the E2 mechanism. The dehydrohalogenation, already we have discussed dehydrohalogenation, removal of hydrogen as well as the halogen atom. That is why it is known as dehydrohalogenation reactions. Okay, dehydrohalogenation, this halogen group is lost and this hydrogen group is also lost. Okay, it gets removed in presence of a base. This base, hydroxyl ion, it abstracts this hydrogen present on the beta carbon. This is alpha carbon, then this is beta carbon. So this hydrogen is abstracted by this base and this halogen gets removed and it forms a multiple bond, this pi bond. Okay, so this is dehydrohalogenation. It exhibits second order kinetics, E2 mechanism, E2 reactions, E2 elimination reactions, or elimination bimolecular reactions. They exhibit second order kinetics, and both the alkyl halide and the base appear in the rate equation. So rate of the reaction depends on the substrate as well as the base, concentration of the base as well as the concentration of the substrate. So rate is equal to the rate constant, product concentration of the base, concentration of the substrate into concentration of the base. So it is a second order reaction. The reaction is concerted, means all bonds are broken and formed in a single step. It is a single step reaction. E2 mechanism follows a single step reaction. E2 mechanism follows a single step reaction. Okay, and E2 reactions are regioselective and favor the formation of JSAP products. More substituted alkene will be the major product. E2 reactions are regioselective. Regio means region. Selective means selection. So region is specific. These reactions are region specific. Okay. You can see here, this is minor product and this is major product. Why this is major product in this case? This is major product because this carbon-carbon across this carbon-carbon double bond, we have, okay, across this carbon-carbon double bond, carbon 1, carbon 2, we have 3 substitutions, 1, 2, 3. So this alkene is more substituted. This alkene is more substituted compared to this one. There is only 2 substitutions. Okay, only 2 substitutions. Here we have 3 substitutions, 1, 2, 3. So this is more substituted alkane, more substituted alkane. So this is major product. Okay. Okay, energy profile for this reaction, the same as we saw in SN2 mechanism. See, this is these are our reactants. The energy, potential energy is lower. Okay. Then when it goes into the transition state, what is the transition state? Concentrated reaction. The bond is being broken and bond is being formed and broken the same time, simultaneously. Formation of the bond and bond breakage, okay, taking place. So this you can see here, bond, this is bonding with this and this is getting broken. This bond is getting broken. This bond is being formed and this bond is getting broken. Okay. So in transition state, the potential energy of the substrate, the molecule is more. Okay. Now after the formation of the product, the potential energy decreases and the product becomes stable. The product becomes stable. That is why it decreases in its potential energy. Understood? Now, few things which we have to remember. Factors affecting the rate of an E2 reaction. What are the factors upon which E2 reactions or E2 mechanism depends upon? Okay. There are close parallel between E2 and SN2, as we have discussed. They are similar with each other. Okay. The base appears in the rate equation, means E2 reaction is a bimolecular E2 reaction is bimolecular reaction. Okay. The base appears in the rate equation, so the rate of the equation E2 reaction increases is the strength of the base increases, because the rate depends on the concentration of the base as well as the concentration of substrate. So if the concentration of the base increases, the E2 reaction increases as well. Okay. E2 reactions are generally run with strong negatively charged bases like hydroxyls or this alkoxy bases. Okay. The polar aprotic solvents increase the rate of E2 reactions. Polar aprotic solvents. Polar aprotic solvents increase the rate of E2 reactions. There is a partial breaking of the bond to the leaving group in the transition state. So the better the leaving group, the faster is the E2 reaction. If the leaving group is better, faster will be the E2 reaction. Okay. Rate of reaction follows the order, this order. This is E2, it will show more, faster, greater rate of reaction. This alkyl iodide, okay, then bromoalkyl, then chloroalkyl, then fluoroalkyl. Least this iodoalkyl is the most E2, elimination reaction, rate of elimination reaction is more. Now, what are the factors affecting the rate of an E2 reaction? Again, as the number of R groups on the carbon with the leaving group increases, the rate of the E2 reaction increases. You can see here, increasing rate of E2 reaction. Tertiary is showing more, the rate of reaction in tertiary alkyl halides is more compared to the secondary and primary. The rate of E2 elimination reaction is more in tertiary alkyl halides. In tertiary alkyl halides, but in SN2 reaction, this is opposite. Okay. The increase in E2 reaction rate with increasing alkyl substitution can be rationalized in terms of transition state stability. So transition state in case of tertiary alkyl halides is more stable. That is why it shows the rate of reaction is more in case of tertiary alkyl halides. In the transition state, the double bond is partially formed. The double bond is partially formed. Thus, the transition state for a more substituted alkene is lower in energy, reducing the activation energy for the reaction and making the reaction faster. Understood? Now, characteristics of an E2 reaction. Second order kinetics. E2 reactions, they follow second order kinetics. Mechanism, single step, in one step. Okay. Identity of R group, more substituted halides react faster. More substituted halides react faster. Strength of the base, stronger the base or stronger base favor the reaction. Leaving group, better leaving group leads to faster reaction rates. Better leaving groups lead to faster reaction rates. Type of solvent, favored by polar aprotic solvents. Polar aprotic solvents. E2 reactions are stereoselective, resulting in the formation of trans double bonds, preferably. We are least concerned with these stereoselective reactions. Now, we come to E1 mechanism or E1 reactions, elimination unimolecular reactions. E1 reactions are elimination unimolecular reactions. We are left with only 5 minutes, so I'll stop here and we'll discuss few questions if you want to discuss. Okay, because in 5 minutes I'll not be able to complete this.